Memphis, Tennessee, the destination for the Bulls. He can turn it on in a moment and take over a game. Zach LaVine will look to do just that. He'll need to do just that. Leading the team as they settle in for game time at FedEx Forum. Bulls, Grizzlies is next, right after this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies match up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And the Grizzlies, Shaq, one of the more surprising teams last season relative to where most people thought they would finish.
Yeah, they recommitted themselves on the defensive end, got back to a little grit and grind, and they got healthier.
Yeah, I believe that. In Jaren Jackson Jr., early contribution gave them a third potential star. You feel for this franchise, though. They've been knocking on the door for a long, long time.
You got a good Grizzly impression? No, you got a good one?
I'm not sure
it's
what
kind of like the first one.
Sounds like every animal that's mad. Tiger. Bear.
Cheetah.
Oh, there it is.
Way to change it up. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in a point guard. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. Well, Smitty, the future for these two teams, terrific. A lot of young talent on display.
Yes, it is, and you got to be happy if you're the fan base. You can grow with these guys, and you can see them grow, and they are going to win a lot of games in the future.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Here's Morant. And it's White with the rebound. Chicago with the ball. Porter finds LaVine. And here's Carter. Outside, Markkanen. Porter in the corner. 5 on the clock over Brooks. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got the first points up on the board here for the Bulls.
With the defenses trying to take away the 3-ball, Porter understands that the mid-range area is open to him.
Now here's Valanciunas. 17 points for him last game against Miami.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
Well, for Josh Jackson, not really the sophomore season he was hoping for. Didn't take a major leap forward and saw him fighting for reserve minutes at times.
First one falls for him. And with Jackson, Greg, they just need to see more from him.
The upside, it's still there for Jackson, but nothing is guaranteed in the NBA. He needs to keep working on his game to live up to the lofty draft expectations.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And they are excited about Jackson, a high motor guy with a ton of room to grow and also displays terrific leadership on both ends.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
That one good for 2.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Brooks. Got it. Good job in the low post.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Now here's White. He's guarded closely. Markkanen down low. Jackson on him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, David. Greg, real concern about getting outshot early on. What do you think they can do to prevent it?
Well, you have to find a way to stay attached to the shooters. That means fighting through picks and helping one another.
Which is going to take a lot of effort, a lot of energy. We could see them go to their bench early to try and stay fresh.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
Well, last season, a season of change for the Bulls. They missed the playoffs with a 22-win season, and they did have a change of head coaches. Not the results many hoped for going into the year.
And both free throws good for White. Smitty, as you said, the Bulls were a pick by many to compete last season.
Yeah, and this team, they continued to tinker with this roster. They made the trade for Otto Porter to be a part of their future. And you know what? The rebuild continues on.
Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 5.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Now here is Carter. On the wing, Levine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Morant. A floater. Here's Valanciunas. Nails the wide open jump shot.
He goes hard to the cup. Valanciunas, one of the best roll men in the game.
Jackson against Levine. The pass to Markkanen. And no good. And Memphis the other way now. Jackson has the open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Last game for the Bulls. They picked up the W against the Hornets in Charlotte. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Hey, Smitty, for rookies being given a lot of responsibility early in a season, early in their career, do you think it helps their growth, or does it run the risk of hurting their confidence early?
You know, I think it helps them, but I think those type of rookies that you give so much and put on their plate, you still have to have some veterans around them.
Because there are going to be problems, aren't there? I mean, early on.
It's always going to be adversity throughout the season. If you have a championship caliber team, there's going to be some ups and downs.
And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Now, here's Valanciunas. The putback and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
White bounce pass. Levine dishes to Markkanen. Back to Levine.
What I like about Zach LaVine right now, he's really finding ways to get to the line more.
For Chicago, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Memphis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now here's White. 17 points for him last game against Charlotte. And for LaVine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. And that isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Morant with the steal. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's LaVine who brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to White. Morant with the steal. Shot from 12. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Outside, White. On the wing, Porter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Young's checked in. Now here's Morant, and it's in there. Morant's got 6, and the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Chicago making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Bulls trail by 3. Here's White. Outside, Porter. Here's Cornette, guarded by Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Inside. And the rejection by Jackson. They recover it. And the Bulls with another miss.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Here's White. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Memphis leading by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Valanciunas, and they're able to recover. They get a hand on it. The Bulls have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
And checking out some stats for Levine. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 23 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Now here's Anderson, following the miss by Jaren Jackson. Goes up again. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
There's the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Here's White, and White slams it in.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Memphis leading. Outside, Jones passes to Iguodala. Taken away. Levine against Jones. It's Young on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Porter against Jackson. Porter, no luck.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Jones, the pass to Jackson. To the paint, Crowder, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And, you know, Smitty, just a wall of muscle. Jay Crowder, one of those power wings that seems every team is looking for these days.
Yeah, he's able to straddle that line between perimeter and interior play. His versatility and competitive will set him apart.
And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in, and both free throws good from Crowder. Steve, when you think about underrated stars in the NBA, who comes to your mind?
Drew Holiday for me is one. Yes. Mike Conley is another. Even a guy that gets a lot of praise, I still don't think he gets enough, is Klay Thompson, especially on the defensive end. It just scratches my head that he's really never made an all-defensive team selection.
It's nice to see underrated guys like Chris Middleton and D'Angelo Russell get all-star berths for the first time.
Yeah, those two are coming on as well.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass. Just doing the job on the backboard.
Allen finds Anderson, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead. Levine with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against Charlotte.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Now here's Levine. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Harrison's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Dunn comes in for Levine. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. Now here's Jackson. Defense is right there. And he banks in the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Dunn. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte, and it goes down 2 points.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Jackson down low. That one off the back iron and out. Bulls trail by 9. Now the pass to Harrison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Bulls have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Harrison.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. No good on the second free throw.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in John Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Here's Markkanen after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Dunn passes to Cornette. Over to the left wing. From outside, off the mark. Three-pointer, Crowder. That shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Grizzlies have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And the first one at the line is good. And Allen drops them both. Here's Satoransky. Pass to Cornette. Out left to the wing. Dunn hits it from three-point range.
Welcome sight for this team. When Dunn's hitting from distance, this offense really opens up.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disrupted.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Bulls trail by 7. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Satoransky there with Dunn. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Satoransky with it. 4 on the clock. Here's Cornette. Markkanen trying to break loose. Cornette can't get it to go. Stolen by Markkanen. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Cornette can't get it to go. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him. Memphis leading by 7. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. And so it's Memphis with it after the Bulls pick up 2. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. On the wing, Jones. Satoransky covering. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Now here's Anderson. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harrison passes to Markkanen. Finds the hole for the 2nd time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Jones against Satoransky. Allen for 3, and the 3-ball is good. Allen's got 5 now.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Now Satoransky. To the inside. Crowder with the steal. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Finished off the break. Anderson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
A heady player in transition. Kyle Slow-Mo Anderson can facilitate as well as find looks for himself.
Dunn misses.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Harrison. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the Bulls for so long were known as a tough rebounding team. Not the case anymore.
Yeah, you think of the last time the Bulls were a playoff mainstay. Rebounding was key. Now it's a weakness of their team. Dead last in the league in creating second chance points.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
They had some turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. Player confrontations in the locker room, confusion over which Brooks they were including in a trade, Marshawn or Dillon. I think they're happy to turn the page.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Anderson. Jackson comes in for Allen. And it's Morant in for Jones. Chalk up 2 there. That's 7 points for Josh Jackson.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there.
But you talk about the turmoil for the Grizzlies last season. The trade talks surrounding Gasol and Mike Conley had to be a distraction.
And come to find out, even the front office and the coaching staff were on the hot seat. They held exit interviews and addressed the media. A few hours later, they were let go. Some awkward moments for sure.
And the Bulls with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one drops. Crowder's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Brooks. Good on both. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And here are the Bulls now, following the miss by Ja Morant. Outside, Markkanen. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. They retain possession. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Satoransky finds Carter. There's the lob to Markkanen. That one doesn't go.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Jackson up and in on the layup. Jackson's got 9.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Satoransky, bounce pass. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Now, here's Dunn. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And here's Morant. He has 6. Iguodala outside. Here's Valanciunas. And another miss by Memphis.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
Pass to Markkanen. Dunn outside. Back to Markkanen. Just 3 to shoot, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And as Markkanen continues to develop his skill set, he'll get to the line a lot more often.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
The first free throw is good.
And there's no doubt that this team views Lauri Markkanen as a big part of their future. Many slept on Markkanen in the draft, but he could be a star.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Carter. Zach LaVine comes in for Chris Dunn. And it's White in for Harrison. And Markkanen drops them both. As you said, Smitty, Markkanen has the potential to be an all-star someday.
He's not quite there yet, Kevin. Not by any means. Needs to take a jump forward and go from being a shooter to an all-around scorer.
Bulls trail by 17. Young outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Bean passes to Porter. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper.
Here's White, following the basket by Ja Morant. Young left side. Shoots over Crowder, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis.
One shot.
And that one falls for Young. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. There's Jackson with the three. Porter pulls it in. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Levine. And again, no good by Chicago.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over eager.
Jackson misses.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
And it's White missing. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Morant with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Here's Valanciunas. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Porter. He's off on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Right at the free throw line, and it's Iguodala missing. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Up top, Markkanen. Outside, Porter, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. They'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in New York where they'll take on the Knicks. Here's 8 points for him. Valanciunas with the ball. Passes it to Morant. 5 to shoot. Back to Valanciunas. Chicago grabs the miss. Young's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Porter dishes to Markkanen. Bucket is good. Markkanen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Building off a solid first quarter. He's been lights out here in the second.
Now Morant. The pass to Valanciunas. Here's Jackson. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Bulls trail by 14. Outside, White. Over Morant. Young. He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Grizzlies shooting just 39% in the second quarter. Morant passes to Jackson. They get it back. Jackson. Good defensive work there by Young.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. It's good. And that's now 10 points for Ja Morant.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Iguodala against Levine. On the wing, Porter. Fires the three. The putback, and Markkanen on the follow. Markkanen's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Here in the second quarter, he's looking much more comfortable with his offense.
And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Morant passes to Iguodala. 1:31 left now here in the second. And it's Chicago with the rebound. White looking around. Down low. The jump hook, and that one drops for him. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Jackson against Porter. Jackson finds Jackson.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season. Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Grayson Allen comes in for Josh Jackson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Levine passes to Cornett. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. Levine kicks to Porter. 6 to shoot. Back to Levine from deep three-point range. That one no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. And it's Allen with the jam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. To the middle. Here's Cornett. And the layup's good off the glass. Cornett's got his second bucket tonight.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here's Morant. 10 points for him. Goes up from the top of the key. And so it's Memphis enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Andre, how have you guys established things in the first half?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
We'll see if you keep talking in the second half. Thanks, Andre. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are leading by 12. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch. Barbecue chicken alert. Make good entry passes. That led to some good looks. Obviously, a lot of points. When you control the paint, Ernie, you control the game. I was the master of controlling my paint. Shaquille.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offensive stats looked for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Jay Crowder has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And Porter putting it right back in.
On that play, this is where Porter's length is such an asset, creating second chance opportunities.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Out to the wing. Morant with it. Now defended by Markkanen. And it's Morant missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 10-point game.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. White finds Porter. Carter outside. Pass to Porter. Releases. And too long on the shot.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Dylan Brooks. He's checked in for Grayson Allen. Here's Morant. 10 points for him. 90 seconds now into the second half. Basket counts. 8 points for Valanciunas.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Outside, White. Markkanen trying to break loose. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
And that one falls for White. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there's some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin. Still love it.
I know you do. I know you do. Here's Levine, following the basket by John Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think LaVine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Saransky's checked in for the Bulls. And it's Brooks at the elbow. Outside Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Valanciunas. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Brooks misses. Bulls trail by 13. Porter passes to Levine. Back to Porter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jay Crowder's checked in for Memphis. Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. Valanciunas with the ball. 8 points for him. The Grizzlies with another miss. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Carter against Valanciunas. Shakes him. And Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got it back down to single digits for Chicago.
A crafty scorer near the rim. Wendell Carter challenging the defense and prevailing.
Now here's Morant. Satoransky covering. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. Harrison's checked in for Levine. Now Morant. He's got 12. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Morant. Oh, that's blocked.
And for Markkanen, contesting shots is not about explosive athleticism. It's about being in the right position and timing it right.
Here's Harrison. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
And Memphis making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. On the free throw, no good. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
I mean, his scoring per minute through the roof. Rebounding at a career high level. He can dominate inside, especially at that offensive end.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Cloak loose. And here is Satoransky. And the pass to Carter. Back to Satoransky. Morant with the steal. To the inside, Iguodala makes it off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Just an exceptional job by Iggy, imposing his will down inside with his strong frame.
Pass to Dunn. Left side, Markkanen. Shoots over Crowder. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Here's Harrison. 6 points for him. Looking to end his cold spell, and Morant will lay it in. Morant's got 14 points for the game.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
Pass to Markkanen. Up and in from the low block. Now here's Morant. He's got 14. Passes it to Iguodala. Another shot, and Valanciunas puts it in. 12 points for him.
Almost every move Valanciunas makes, there's going to be some contact. He just plays through it.
Satoransky finds Carter. To the paint, it's tipped. Here's Markkanen. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
How about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Anderson, he's checked in for Crowder. And Jones subbed in for Morant.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Iguodala against Dunn. Down low from 12 feet out. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in. Valanciunas dishes to Allen. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, you know that Valanciunas has the potential to go off, and he's doing it here.
Dunn attacking. Allen in the post, defended by Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The 6'9" Kyle Anderson has a 7'3" wingspan. A big asset defensively. Not the most athletic, but he racks up blocks and steals.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And you look at Anderson, he likes playing with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he has good ball handling for his size and great court vision. We call him slow-mo, but he can get to the rim on his drives, and he's a good finisher when he gets inside.
Now here's Valanciunas over Carter, and it's sent back by Carter. Here's Valanciunas, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
The Grizzlies have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense. Called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
Misses from short range.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Carter, and he lays it straight in. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
Allen, that's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Dunn attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Extremely explosive off the dribble. Once Dunn gets the angle, it's over.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And the first one drops. And the Bulls making a change here. White's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
To me, Chris Dunn has all the tools to be really good. Has to cut down on the turnovers and has to keep working on that jump shot.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. And it's 9 points for Thaddeus Young.
You see what Dunn can do when he's playing under control. That's an excellent pass.
Here's Anderson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Dean comes in for Chris Dunn. Free throw, good, Anderson. And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
Here's Levine, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jackson, he's checked in for Valanciunas.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Otto Porter. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 14 points a game last year. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
Now here's Jones, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Bulls trail by 12. Outside, Levine. Allen with the rebound. Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And the basket by Jones. And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Outside, Jones. The pass to Anderson. Over Young. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more.
trying to become a better scorer on all three levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
Now here's White. He's got 9. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Over Jones. White, good. White's got 11 points. The Grizzlies shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Iguodala. Left side Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's why Iggy's teammates love him. He's always looking to set them up.
Levine with it. The 3. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
He had to rush that one a little, but terrific stroke from range.
It's been all about Jonas Valanciunas for the Memphis Grizzlies. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we'll be right back after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And small forward and power forward, Porter and Young. And it's Cornette in at the 5 down low. Cornette's gone 4-7 from the field here. Inside. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Levine, the bounce pass. Here's Young. Kick out to Levine. Puts up a 3. Excellent D there from Allen. The Grizzlies shooting in this game 45%. Stolen by Levine. Cornette. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight. And it's Jones with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're leading by 8. Banked in off the glass.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here is Porter. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. From the arc. And Porter is good for 3.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Anderson outside. And it's blocked. Levine against Allen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. Levine with the size to compete on the interior.
Free throw good. Levine. Morant. He's checked in for the Grizzlies. And so Levine nails both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Morant. He kicks it to Anderson over Young. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 7. Now White. On the wing, Levine. Launches a 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Allen's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Back to Young. Left side, Porter. He dishes it to Young. Here's White. And the Bulls with another miss. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Pass to Morant from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Levine and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Anderson with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. And here's Morant. Sweet little floater. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Cornette passes to Porter. Young trying to break free, and that one's good by Porter.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. Bulls trail by 9. Outside, White. Young, right side. Tipped away. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. And the Grizzlies get it back. And that one's good, Morant.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Levine, and the rejection by Jackson.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
Crowder, he's checked in for Memphis. Dylan Brooks comes in for Allen. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. Now here's Morant. White covering. And it's Morant missing. Bulls trail by 11. There's the lob to Markkanen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Since day one, there was never any doubt that Markkanen could score, but we didn't know he'd be this prolific.
White with it, now guarded by Crowder. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Offline with his 3. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And it's sent back by Carter. Fires, high post, and it's Levine that time on the assist from Porter. 14 points for Zach Levine.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
On the wing, Brooks lets the 3 fly. Carter pulls it in.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Now here's White. Kick out to Levine. Porter outside. They grab their own miss. Carter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke, fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
Stolen by Brooks. Morant with a wide open look. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 6. On the wing, Porter. Back to Markkanen. Outside, White. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Those are the plays you want from Valanciunas on the defensive end. Didn't hesitate to challenge the shot.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Memphis leading by 8. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Porter against Crowder. The offensive rebound, Carter. Dishes to Markkanen. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jonas Valanciunas.
He's kept a lot of their possessions alive with his work on the offensive glass. You can't measure what that kind of effort means to a team. Not just in terms of the second chances those rebounds create, but also for the example it sets.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David. The first one falls.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game.
Second free throw, no good. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Grizzlies on defense. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Brooks with no one around. No good from outside. And here's LaVine, who brings it up for Chicago. They trail by 7. Morant with the steal. And it's Memphis on the break. Crowder with the ball.
Ooh, love it, love it.
That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 14 rebounds. LaVine finds Markkanen. Here is Carter. Back to Markkanen. Over Jackson. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And the wide open shot from Crowder. They get it again.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Here's LaVine. Lays it up and banks it in. LaVine's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they've had him bottled up here in the fourth, just 2 of 7 from the field.
Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
With the handle and the acceleration, Morant moves around the court with the ball on a string.
White up top, shoots over Morant. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from White. Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Passes it to Jackson. Down low, here's Valanciunas. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And that's now 19 points for Valanciunas. To the left wing, White, wide open, he fires. And the wing jumper offline. Knocks it loose. And White with the stuff.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Here's Morant. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Morant. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Memphis moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block. Good on the jump shot. Valanciunas has got 21.
Not a lot of centers can hit a contested jumper like that, but Valanciunas is one of them. Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Outside Crowder. Pass to Morant. Now here's Jackson. Kicks to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Carter. And that one's good. Brooks.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And so here is Chicago after Memphis gets the 3. Tips it up and Markin on the follow. He's got 20.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the perimeter, Markin does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
.115 left in the 4th quarter. Jackson in the corner. Takes the 3.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And guys, what a nice performance it was for Valanciunas.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Brooks. Now Valanciunas. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Over in the corner, White. Looking for Carter, he gets it there. Over Valanciunas. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Valanciunas hits them both.
There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Valentine passes to Harrison. And again, Chicago. No good. Valanciunas with the ball. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screen. So I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.